Mushroom is not planted on soil like any other plant. So today we are joined by an expert mushroom farmer to tell us how she prepares her compost for her to be able to plant high-yielding mushrooms. Hello and welcome to the Org List. I'm Kelvin Smoibi. Hi and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Would you start by introducing yourself?
Greetings, my name is Julian Oidera and I trade by the name Shamandogo Harvest. This is Shamandogo and we are mushroom farmers. We deal with button mushrooms and oyster mushrooms. What you see here is the substrate and we want to maybe take you through what we do with this wheat straw. This is what grows wheat. So we work with wheat farmers. They give us the agricultural waste. We use agricultural waste for mushroom farming. For mushroom farming, we don't farm using the soil like the normal agriculture. So we use agricultural waste or industrial waste. So in this case, we are going to use the wheat straw from the wheat farmers.
Okay.
And this is what we are going to use as the substrate. And it's going to be what is feeding our plant or our mycelium, which is going to give us the mushroom. So this is the first stage. And what we are doing today is we are trying to soak this wheat straw so that it can have moisture content. The other thing is when you look at the wheat straw, it is shiny a bit. So that means it's going to be water resistant in a way. So we soak it for some days so that it can allow water to penetrate inside.
So what the purpose of soaking it instead of using it while it's dry?
The purpose, because we want moisture. So we are going to work with water. We are going to fix nitrogen from the manure. So this is just to give the moisture content. We are not going to deal with dry matter. Just like any other agriculture, you need nutrients in the soil and you also need the moisture for the seeds to germinate.
The purpose of the forest soil and the gypsum?
Okay, those are two different things. The forest soil is used as a casing for the button mushroom to sprout. The gypsum is used to add nutrients to this substrate and also to regulate the water level or the moisture content in the substrate, because we want just enough water, not too much water and not too dry substrate. So the gypsum is going to help us in the last stages to regulate that.
So walk us from dry straws to full compost.
So for button mushroom, they are called the secondary decomposers and they are different from other types of mushroom. When I say secondary decomposers, I mean I have to help it decompose first to break down the nutrients so that it can take over from that. And that process, that is why we are decomposing the substrate to get the compost. So the very first thing is normally to get this, to identify the substrate that you want to use. The second thing is we chop the wheat straw to get it to the right size. And then we are going to soak it. This is the stage where we are soaking in water for a few days until it is soft and changes color a bit. And then we are going to come in with our chicken manure, which is the ratio is 1:1. We have to use dry chicken manure, and we recommend from the caged chickens to avoid the wood chips because it's going to alter with the formulation. After mixing, we are going to heap, as you can see here. We want it to go a bit high or even higher. You can go as high as you can so that it can start decomposing and the temperature will start increasing. So that is the essence. So the very first time is mixing the chicken manure and the wet substrate. The second thing is that this process is what we call the long method. It's going to take something about 17 to 21 days. There are those people who are doing the short methods, more advanced farms with other advanced facilities like the bunker and the tunnel. We are hoping to get there. But you can do this manually if you are starting up your farming journey. So we are going to have this compost here for 15 days. That is more than 2 weeks after soaking. So I'm not going to count how many days I soaked this. So for Shamandogo, we always turn after every 1 day. We are turning because we want to lose ammonia.
That must be very labor intensive.
Yes, it is labor intensive, but you want to get the process right because mushroom farming is very, very sensitive and you have to get things right. As you can see, if you start from here, the slab, you cannot just mix it in a bare land. You don't want it mixing with the soil or any other leaves or any other component of a plant.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you know the compost is ready?
The compost is ready. One of the traditional ways we do is look at the color. It's going to turn into dark brown from this.
Yes.
And then at first, you are going to have a very foul smell of ammonia, something that smells like a urino. That's why you see us doing it from the shamba.
Yes.
And then for those people who are in the urban areas, you might get people complaining maybe from NEMA because it produces a lot of foul smell for the first about 8 days.
Yes.
So the other key indicator that the compost is ready will be the ammonia. We've lost the ammonia.
Yes.
And now we are having a sweet smell.
Okay.
So those are the two things. But we also take the compost to the lab.
Yes.
We also take the compost to the lab so that they can give us an analysis.
Yes.
If you want the process to be very right, because you can see you are investing a lot in these items and you want things to go right.
So making the compost, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
So now, after the compost is ready, what next?
After the compost is ready, we are going to do what we call the inoculation. That is introducing the spawn. It's called the spawn, not the seed, the mushroom spawn, the button mushrooms. So we are going to inoculate. That's called the inoculation process. And then we leave the bags for about 2 weeks, which is called the incubation number 1.
Okay.
So that the seed is, we are looking for the mycelium, that network thing looking like a white web or a fog. It's going to colonize the dark brown compost, and it will fully turn white. So that's where you know your process is very right. The compost is going to turn entirely white. We say it has colonized, it has taken over the compost. The mycelium has taken over the compost. So we are having the white color of the mycelium taking over the brown color. Yes. And then after that, we are going to go into incubation number 2. Where now we introduce the casing soil. We use
that the forest soil.
Yes. So we use the casing soil. And sometimes we have different people using different formulas, but for us we use the casing soil, and you can mix with the cocoa peat for aeration, because we don't want the soil forming a plaster like matope on top of it, meaning that they will not sprout. So we are mixing with cocoa peat. Other people will mix with mara. Other people will use peat moss. Other people will use the aged mud meal from the sugarcane bagasse again. So it's all about your formulation, what you're going to use, what is readily available to you.
What are the mistakes that beginning farmers or beginners do?
Mushroom farming is very technical, and we advise people to invest a lot in the trainings. And sometimes you get even farmers, or us as Shamandogo, we charge for the training because we are giving you the intellectual.
How much do you charge for the training?
We charge when we do group trainings every month. And this happens on every second Saturday of every month. We charge 2,500 Kenya shilling per person. So we do the group trainings. So we advise people to train at least once, at least more than once. You can at least visit more than one farmer so that you can understand where they are using their processes, so that you are very knowledgeable before you start investing money to this kind of farming.
Before we continue, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. So, what advice would you give, or a tip would you give to beginner farmers?
To beginner farmers, invest a lot in the knowledge or training first. Because you need to understand why we are doing everything that we do. For example, for mushroom farming, it has to have high level of hygiene. And in case you have any form of contamination, you're going to experience some diseases, or what you call the green mold, because remember, mushroom is a fungi, and fungi will exist in the same condition with the lichens and the mold. So these are the greatest competitors. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to get the mycelium taking over before the other competitors come. So you have to understand what are the parameters that you should consider so that your mycelium is stronger or faster in colonization as compared to the other two competitors.
Why mushroom? And specifically button mushroom.
Why mushroom is because it's a high value crop. and I don't require such a huge space or resources to set up this. So see, this is something that can get you on the go as you look forward to scaling up to having a very big farm.
How much did you start with, and where are you so far?
Okay, for button mushroom, I started with less than 50,000
Yes.
for a start, and then I grew pole pole.
Yes.
But this cost will depend on where you are and maybe the materials used, how much they cost at your area.
Yes.
So it might vary here and there. But the cost, of course, is because I'm renting out
Yes.
an apartment, and a finished apartment,
Yes.
because I didn't want to invest first in the construction. So this one got me going,
Yes.
and I'm loving the experience so far.
What did you do, or what profession were you in before joining farming?
I was in the corporate world. I worked for
Corporate world, what
the
specifically were you doing?
e-commerce.
Yes.
I worked for the e-commerce industry for about 10 years.
Yes.
And majorly I was in the business development.
Yes. So is mushroom farming profitable, or can I make money doing it?
Yes, of course, you can make money doing it, because I quit my job to do this.
Yes.
And I've been doing this for more than 2 years. So I cannot be here for more than 2 years if I are not making money.
Okay.
And then so far we have trained a lot of farmers who have eventually set up their farm.
Yes.
And they're still in the business.
So how much do you sell a kg of button?
Okay, for button mushroom, it will depend when and where you are selling it. Yes. But I think the least you can sell is 600 for a kg.
Yes.
And the highest you can sell is 1,200.
How long does it take from the straws I saw, the wheat straws, to compost, then to the market?
Okay, after composting or right before composting, will take about 45 days.
Yes.
So that you go through the whole stage, and then after 45 days, you will harvest within the first week, when you now introduce your grow bags to the growing conditions.
Yes.
Yes.
I hear people talking about colony. Can you explain that to us in a layman's language?
Sorry, colony.
Yes.
We,
No, I remember you told us the mushroom fungus need to colonize your
okay,
compost.
colonization.
Yes.
Okay, for mushroom, colonization process is what we call the mycelium,
Yes.
which is the mushroom seed.
Yes.
Mycelium, colonizing the entire substrate, or taking over, just like the colonists they were doing in Africa. So it's taking over the compost, and the
Yes.
whole compost gets to turn white.
Okay.
Yes, that is colonization.
So what challenges have you faced so far?
So far, just like any other business,
Yes.
mushroom farming is very technical.
Yes.
And one wrong move, you are out of business. So you experience such huge losses. I think people have seen even in our YouTube channel when we're explaining the losses we experienced, the lessons we learned. So it's a learning process. We cannot really say that this is an expert.
Yes.
So you have to do it.
Yes.
Until you get better with time, and now you start reducing the chances of making losses. But of course, we've thrown a lot of bags,
Yes.
with substrate and spoon and everything. Yes. But the point is not to give up. So we push until we understand why the mistake happened.
So, after the challenges, what motivates you every morning to wake up and go to the farm?
I think what motivates me is because number one, it's a lucrative business. So
Yes.
we are here for the money.
Yes, not passion.
Yes, and not passion a bit.
Yes.
We get to develop the passion later, but
Yes.
the money keeps us here.
Yes.
And of course, once you fail, you understand that the next cycle,
Yes.
you are going to recover the lost money.
Yes.
So if you give up now,
Yes.
you get to lose everything. But if you try one more chance,
Yes.
you get better with time.
Right. So, what excites you in mushroom farming?
What excites me in mushroom farming?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the pinning.
Yes.
A stage called pinning, where you get to get the first flush.
Yes.
So one morning you're seeing the casing soil,
Yes.
Just like there's no activity in the grow bags.
Yes.
And then the next morning you get a lot of mushrooms that get to overwhelm you.
Yes.
Remember, my mom told me that farming is like printing your own money.
Yes.
So whenever I get to the brew house,
Yes.
I count how much I've printed that day.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, there are those who want to start farming.
Yeah.
What would you tell them and how should they start?
I will tell you to, first of all, start small,
Yes.
do your research, get proper training,
Yes.
and then you get to learn as you move. Yes, there's no way you're going to learn before you start. So get going,
Yes.
and then get to understand the challenges, get to understand the high moments,
Yes.
and enjoy the process.
So I forgot to ask about the market. Where do you sell your mushrooms, and are we getting a culture of consuming mushrooms in Kenya?
Okay, for button mushroom is popularly known for the mushroom soup.
Yes.
So this has high demand in restaurants,
Yes.
especially those restaurants that have a lot of tourists coming in, or foreigners, let me call them. If you look at the biggest market that we have is number one, Mombasa, where the tourists are coming in.
Yes.
And then number two is the restaurants in Nanyuki, of course, because of the British Army and something.
Yes.
And even the local people are now getting to embrace
Yes.
why it is important to consume mushrooms, because mushrooms are very medicinal, and if you've not started eating mushroom, I think it's high chance you give it a chance, or make Google your friend,
Yes.
get to understand why people eat mushrooms,
Yes.
and try it and tell us your experience, how it is.
Where do you source your, can I say seeds, or how do you propagate it?
We propagate our own seed, but so
Yes.
far we've not done for button mushroom.
Yes.
So for propagation, you just use one mushroom, high quality mushroom,
Yes.
the first flush. You go into making the tissue culture. After the tissue culture, you now inoculate it in the grain, and now you have your spawn. So we don't get to buy mushroom seed from Agrovets or Kenya Seeds or anywhere. It is propagated. Though you can import.
Yes.
Lots of people import from South Africa, Netherlands, UK, and so we have a lot of mushroom farms that have been there for a very long time,
Yes.
very experienced, and they distribute their spawn depending on what works for you. But you can also propagate your own seed.
Yes.
And make it a business as well. At Shambandogo, we sell the mushroom spawn to other farmers and even to those who want to try out the experience and get to see the magic of mushrooms.
How much do you sell them?
For the spawn, for the oyster mushroom spawn, we sell it in a kilo, and the current price is 600 shillings for a kilo. For the button mushroom, currently, we are sourcing from abroad.
So how can the farmers reach you?
We are reachable on calls, messages, and WhatsApp, and our number is 0112 645 423. We are also on social media. YouTube. You'll find us in YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and we trade by the name Shambandogo. We also have a LinkedIn account for those who are looking into corporate world. We've been training NGOs. We've worked with NGOs in Makueni, in Homa Bay. We do contract farming. So it's a whole wide base of activities that we handle.
So when you started, you had a dream. What was that dream?
I had a dream to generate what I call the generational wealth.
How is so far is it?
I think I'm in the right path. We are working towards that. But the only way I thought about getting this generational wealth or getting maybe financial freedom away from the corporate world, 8 to 5, was to get into farming, because people will always eat. Whether the economy is bad or good, your stomach will eventually ask for something. So that's why I thought of farming. You don't go wrong with farming, because the demand is there. The hunger will always be there.
I was told the farmer is the only professional you need 3 times a day. But we have left farming for the old, the retired, and the poor. How do you view that?
I think people should rethink,
Yes.
especially the youths. If you see Shamandogo, we've been working with a lot of youths.
Yes.
Someone who has 20,000, 30,000,
Yes.
and they're looking into starting up something because we know the current situation in our country, employment is a very big issue, or chances of getting employed is a very big issue. So if you can get a way of creating your own job opportunity, go for it. And the easiest way to go about it, I think, it is farming. Yes, you'll never go wrong with farming.
Yes.
And you don't need so much skill. You can just learn from another farmer and get to be very good at it.
I know you have short-time goals and long-time goals. So what are your expectations in the future?
The expectations in the future is to tap into the export market. I would love to see my brand being sold in stores, maybe in Dubai, in France, in the UK, everywhere. So far, we've sold the grow kit to Congo.
Yes.
We sold to South Africa. We've been selling our seed, and that is so far our goal, to get into exploring the export world.
So what would you tell those Kenyans in the diaspora, US, UK, Australia, Qatar, what would you tell them?
I think given the culture that we have as Kenyans, we normally get to look for greener pastures abroad and then we come back. Please bring the money. Let's invest in farming. Africa, we have all the resources. We have all the rich farms here. Our soil is very rich. And we can expand. We can use the resources that we have and grow into another level.
Given a chance to start over, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? I would have started early.
Thank you very much for hosting us. Hope you have had it all. If you have to farm, you have to work hard, and farming is not for easy money. As I sign out, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.